Hello friends, welcome back to your channel Stock Dr. RR. Today we are going to do a technical analysis of Nasdaq, Dow Jones, S&P 500, Russell 2000 and precious commodity gold and silver. Before we go ahead and start our analysis, in case you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead, subscribe to this channel Stock Dr. RR and hit the bell icon. You will get the notification of all future videos on this channel. So, friends, last video I published that was on 11th May 2025. You can see here. After that, I think we took almost a break of 2 months. I was busy in other activities. I apologize for that. But let's try to make videos here continuously based on your likes, comment, and subscribe. So, on 11th of May, what I mentioned you can see here, are we exiting the bear phase? Nasdaq, Dow, S&P 500 breakdown. So on 11th of May, I clear cut mentioned that we are exiting the bear phase. And I will show you on the chart what happened after 11th of May. Because right now I have the drawing of what we discussed on 11th May and now where the market is. So let's first see the economic calendar, what is coming on the way as news or important events. So we have FOMC minutes, which is at 11 o'clock on Tuesday. Then we have on Thursday, July 10, we have initial jobless claim. And most important thing, on 15th of July, on the Tuesday, means next week, right? Inflation data. So in this week, we have Wednesday, July 9, FOMC minutes, and then initial jobless claim. These two data is coming. So let's go ahead and see the chart now. Okay. So uh, we have two charts. Okay. So the first one we have here, this one. This one was what we discussed on 11th of May. Okay. And this one, the second one, is what we are discussing today. Okay, we are discussing today as 6th of July, right? So first I want to show you the charts of what we discussed on 11th of May. Okay, so here 7th May, 8th May, 9th May, 12th May, 11th of May. I did the analysis on this day here, right? So let us zoom. Just want to show you how our analysis is showing its accuracy. So 11th of May, you can see here this candle, Friday close. On weekend, we did analysis. And after that, we see where is the market now. Okay, so 11th May here from there, I said that whether are we exiting the bear phase, and you see after that, we had almost 13% upside on Nasdaq index, right? All these targets which I drawn on that day, right? The green targets all got achieved. After that, you see market just went upside, right? Market never corrected. Then if we see for Dow Jones, okay, S&P 500, same story. You can see all the uh, green, all the green targets are achieved. If I show you on the 9th of May, you can see here also the almost 9% upside, right? So whoever watched the video on May 9th, he or she must be sitting on the profit of almost 9 to 10% on the index. So almost 20 to 30% minimum on all the stocks. Okay. So far so good. Now let's go ahead and see the current chart. Okay. So this is Nasdaq 100. Okay. So let's discuss on the current chart. Now, for Nasdaq 100, we see here we are at all-time high, right? This was the all-time high on December 17, 2024. Then 18 Feb 2025. Let's use the pencil so that it will be easy to draw. So this was the first top, this was the second top, the third top we did here, right? And then we are trying to stay above the third top right now. Means we broke all the tops, first, second, and third top, and we are trying to stay above it. Okay. So let me clear this and just change this to 4 hourly chart so that we can easily break down the things. So on 4 hourly chart. Now I don't have a targets, right? Because we are at all-time high. Generally, we derive target based on the past historical data, but now we are at all-time high. We are in the uncharted territory. Means every day market might create an all-time high, or one day market will find its top and then start going down from there, right? The way it happened here, where you can see here. It made all-time high here and then came down, correct? Again, made all-time here and then correction. Again, made all-time high here, then correction, right? So now we don't know where is all-time high. After the top, if we see the candles going down, then we will conclude that all-time high is made and market might correct from here, right? But now there are possibilities that market won't come down from here. Okay. So what we have to do now? What should we do? That question is in our mind. How to trade the market, how to keep investment, right? So right now, one thing we have to understand is a trend line. Okay, this trend line says that we are in the solid uptrend, right? Nice trend line. This first support here, second here. I'm explaining Nasdaq 100 in detail, but I won't explain the other indices in detail because they are following whatever the Nasdaq is doing. So same analogy or same logic you can apply for other indices, but I'm gonna give you the levels for them. So here, and then after that, you know, the April incident, whatever all things happened, that was a temporary correction. People got scared here. Some people sold everything. Some people heard us. I mean, some people followed what we said and they sit tight, right? And then you know what happened. All the V-shaped recovery, right? So 4 hourly chart. Now I am projecting the next upside in the market for the targets of 23,100, 23,250, 23,500. These are the three targets market might give from here. Okay. So let's little adjust from here. 23,100, 23,250, 23,500. And let's adjust it from here so that it's easy to see. Now, market has a support area lies between 22,850 till 22,650. This 200 points is the support area. Okay. Nasdaq 100 might come down here to 22,850 and go up from here, or it might come back to 22,650 and then from here and then here. There are these possibilities, but these are the targets. Okay. Now, when is the downside? If Nasdaq 100 falls below 22,650, right, and stays below it continuously, then you can see from 22,650, 22,500, 22,400, 22,250, and up till 22,000. These are the possible downsides in the Nasdaq 100, if at all it comes below 22,650. So this is now important support. Okay. So this was the chart of Nasdaq 100. I hope everyone understood it correctly. And now let's move forward for the next chart. So the next chart is S&P 500. Same scenario, same story. like what we discussed for the Nasdaq 100. For here, you can see it already made top two times. First here on 9 December 2024. Okay, second is here, third on this point, fourth here, right? Daily chart on the daily chart. And now we need to see that whether it holds it here. If not, then how much downside it can show, correct? So let's zoom it more to get the exact levels, right? You should, best practice is to write down this level so that it will be always in front of you when you are in the trading or investing in the market when market is up or when market is open. So now for this support area lies between 6,325, 325 to 6,275. Okay, these 50 point is a support area. If it stay above 6,325, then 6,420 and 6,510, these are the two upside targets. If it stays below 6,275, then 6,200 and 6,100 are the next downside targets for S&P 500. Then let's go and see the Dow Jones. For the Dow Jones, it has given there is still upside pending because it is not at all-time high. The Dow Jones all-time high is here. Okay, you can see here this point, 46,300 is the all-time high zone. Then second high zone is here, and this is the support, 44,700. So we are saying that if we are above 44,700 on Dow Jones, then the probability of 45,380, then 45,800 and 46,300. These are the three targets pending in Dow Jones. Now, when Dow Jones can go down, if it stays below 44,700, then the targets are 44,350, 43,950, and 43,400. These are the three downside targets for Dow Jones. Let's talk about the next index, that is Russell 2000. Russell 2000, you can see there is upside pending. I'm looking for the next three targets for it. Those targets are, let's see here. These targets are, if it stays above, right now it is at support level of 2250. Okay, if it managed to stay above 2250 consistently, okay, then these are the targets pending for it: 2300, 2365, and 2425. Right, downside is limited if it stays below 2250. Then the first target is 2215, second is 2185, and third is, I can see here, 2150. These are the three downside targets for S&P for Russell 2000. Now let's go ahead and talk about the precious commodities. These are gold and silver. I have seen a very good observation in the gold, and I think you all must understand. The observation is here. If you see here, very interesting chart. On the day chart, you can see it is following the trend line. Okay. First trend line support, second, third, and fourth, right? But if you see the weekly here, okay, weekly will be also the same, right? And not weekly, I need to show first day chart. Sorry. In the day chart, what was my observation? My observation on the day chart is, yeah, from here, from where? Yeah, from here, from this point, right? 2638, right? In April 2024, right? It was at 2638. Now you see, since April 2028 to 63, it has given almost 35% upside, right? Within 1 year. So that's a very huge upside in the gold. Okay. So my actual main observation is here on the monthly chart. Monthly chart, you can see here, it made a high in the April. Okay. And now this is very important. In the May, it created a indecisive candle. In June also, it created indecisive candle. That says that buyers are exhausted. Okay. And in those 2 months, you can see everybody was saying that gold is a safe haven, right? Because all this political pressure, things you know. And everybody is selling the bonds and buying the gold, right? It's a safe haven. Now I think there is a high time that safe haven either give a correction or a more upside. If you see, if you search on the Google, there are big targets, like 3,700, 4,000, 4,500. I agree, those are possible in the long term. But right now, current chart says me that there should be a big profit booking pending in the gold. Okay. So what would be that profit booking? So as per my understanding, if I see the day chart, now the crucial level for gold is 3285. If gold test 3285 again and again, right here, right? If it test this level again, then go up, test again, go up, let's say test again, then ultimately gold has to show 3235, 3195, and then 3150, right? 3100, and maybe worst case, it might show 3,000. Okay. This is what I think. I might be wrong. Okay. How uh, how we will come to know that this is possible based on this 3285. If continuously it stays below 3285, then it can open the gate for the all these downside targets. There might be possibility that gold will not go down below 3285. If it will not go below 3285 and respect that, then we have the upper side targets. Those are here. If it gold stays above 3350, and I'm sorry today I'm giving a lot of time to explain because I just want you all to understand the levels nicely and correctly. We just don't want to rush. I want everybody to understand so that in future they can draw by their own and understand why we are discussing these, why I'm giving these targets. Now, if it stays above 3350, then 3385, 3415, 3440, and ultimate target is 3500. Once it breaks 3500, then I will confidently say that uh, gold will not go down. Now it has to go up again, up and up and up. Why? Because gold's all-time high was 3500. You can see here this candle. It has to break this 3500. Unless and until it doesn't break it, there is a possibility of the downside in the gold. I hope you understood what I said. Now, let's talk about the last chart, that is silver. For the silver, okay, silver chart is beautiful on the weekly time frame, but it is also, at crucial level here. On a weekly chart, you can see here it has given a breakout, okay, but it has given a breakout near the channel resistance, okay. So if it holds, $36, then my targets for silver is big. If it holds $36 price, then my ultimate target for silver is around 40 to 41. 40 to 41, which is 10 to 15% minimum upside from here. So let's break down into 4 hourly chart and get the exact the numbers. So for here, I can see right now for silver, $37 to 37.35 is the this is a resistance and this is a support. Okay. 37.35 is a resistance and $37 is a support. $37 is the support. Right now it is trading near support of $37. If it doesn't stay below above 37 and try to go down more, then there is a possibility that it can go around 36.85, 36.60, and then 36 point, let's say 40, and worst case it can come back to 36. And then here we need to see if it holds 36, okay, then it's well and good. If doesn't, then it will go, open the targets for the downside. But I'm bullish on the silver, as I mentioned, that only and only it has to hold this $36 for the medium term and long term as a support. Now, for the upside, if it holds 37.35, okay, then first immediate target is 37.50, 37.70, then we have 38, 38.5, then 39 until it goes back to 40. These all are the, you can consider targets every 50 cents. All right. So I think this is all about today's video. We covered all important indexes. We covered gold and silver. And based on this, price of all the indices, you try to understand where the market is going to go, where the stocks will go from here. And last but not least, in case you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon. Also, if you liked this video, put your like button. If you want me to analyze any stock with a good sharp levels, then you comment on the comment box which stock you want me to analyze. Till that, let's keep learning, keep earning. Bye bye.